Living on a farm in the country. A realtor told me first-time buyers of an acreage average 3 years before they give up. While the peace and quiet of county life is a romantic idea, the reality of having to drive 20-50 miles for groceries or school or a job is tedious and expensive. The well quits. Maybe you can fix it, or it may cost $30,000 for a new one. The same with the septic system. Or you need an ambulance. It could be an hour or more. Though I've lived in the country my entire life, it certainly isn't for everyone. Living in a very rural area and spending time baking, walking around the neighborhood, enjoying nature. I did this, to be fair, as a single 26-year-old woman, for a year in Vermont. It was gorgeous, but I went through way too much butter, gained weight, and most importantly was exceptionally lonely. My baking skills indeed improve, but I was bored out of my mind. Dating options were non-existent, and nobody around my age was not open to making friends with new people. The nature aspect was awesome, but you can only take advantage of that, especially as a solo woman, when the sun is out. Not for me, but easily to romanticize when nowadays city living makes me stir crazy. Rural living is best kept as a weekend trip rather than a full-time lifestyle. Being an illustrator. You get to sit at home and draw all day. Yeah, I'm also my own boss. I have to stick to schedules. I don't get time off. I don't get paid when I'm sick. I don't get paid overtime, and I don't even earn minimum wage. But I'm disabled, and no one will hire me, so it's all I can do. Depression 2009, I crashed and burned up emotionally. 4 years of therapy and medication, I got through it. But my gosh, it was a dark and scary time. 2009, I crashed and burned up emotionally. 4 years of therapy and medication, I got through it. But my gosh, it was a dark and scary time. Having obsessive-compulsive disorder. The stigma around it being a quirky cleanliness or lack of impulse control personality trait is mind-numbingly frustrating. Nobody talks about the moments where you're nearly having delusions or suicidal because your thoughts have convinced you that you've committed a crime, or that you're a bad person, and your compulsion is the only thing that can save you. Being carried out of a burning house by a fireman. Most of the time, if you're carried out, you're not conscious. And if you are, the fireman is fully geared up and you can't see his face. After saving you, he won't stay with you to check you're okay. He'll pass you to the paramedics and keep doing his job. And even if it were that fantasy of a hot, muscular fireman holding your hand in the ambulance, you wouldn't even bother thinking about it. Living in a small, gray town. No, you didn't feel like in Silent Hill or a mysterious weirdo. You didn't get inspiration of this aesthetic, even though in some point it is pretty. Existing in such a depressing environment, the only feeling you have is emptiness, chronic fatigue, and periodic irritability. You feel like life has no color. You stop thinking beyond the boundaries of this town. It seems that life ends only in this routine and nauseating atmosphere. I speak as a creator who can be inspired and uplifted by any trash can. But living in such an environment constantly is highly romanticized by those who have only experienced it sporadically or through vibe videos and internet. Living in the country. Yes, it's quiet and peaceful. It's also terribly boring. You're a significant drive to grocery stores, doctors, everything. You have more limited access to quality schools, hospitals, and other resources. Few job opportunities. And unfortunately, often very bigoted and backwards people in the community. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, small town of 400 people. I will never live in a rural place again. Getting pregnant, being pregnant and having a baby. My husband and I are 100, romanticizing this right now. However, I know the reality will be far from the rose-colored image of a cute bump and sweet little baby. Dreading it but still romanticizing it. Really long motorcycle rides. You can only pack a limited amount of things. 70 of the time you are dealing with traffic where defensive driving doesn't even cover it. Some locals are rude to you because you are another noisy biker even though you buy gas and stay at their hotels, etc. Laundry is a concern. You can't shop for souvenirs. And worst is you are vulnerable to the big weather changes weather. I've sat on the back of out Harley just bowling because I'm wet and freezing. Or being stuck in traffic in cities when it's 30 degrees Celsius and you are in your leathers cooking to death. There are many moments of bliss and freedom, but it isn't for everyone. Suicide. Not trying to be a smartass about it either. I know and have heard from so many people that their favorite characters are consistently the ones that self-harm or killed themselves. While I might care, the people you want to care by leaving this world don't always do. As long as you're alive, you're winning and doing a damn god job of it. Be proud of this life and what you have survived. We only have this one. Live. This one's niche butt rowing. It's not some posh rich people sport that people do for fun. Codes, depression, suicide, personality disorders, all of that. Feeling literally insane all of the time isn't fun or cutesy at all. I'm so tired of asking people and begging people to respectfully leave me alone for the sake of their own good. It literally never ends the way they think and always comes back to haunt me. Stop romanticizing crazy girls and pretending that you love crazy girls, then discarding them the second they show you a glimpse of what you swore up and down you wanted. Using someone's well-being as tool to make your life seem interesting while actively decaying the mind of someone who actually needs help is weird. Farming as a queer woman, most people around me want to start a small farm with cute animals and grow their own organic food. Beautiful idea. Ready to shovel shit. Deliver babies. Watch said babies get rejected and die after you spend 2 weeks bottle feeding them. Sick animals as a whole in the vet bills. Spend 8 hours a day bent over at the waist, on your knees, or in the kimchi squat. Deal with fungus and pests. How about foxes and soats? What about your hands turning black from all the plants you handle, leaving a sticky film on everything you touch? And you have to do this all the time, rain or shine, heat or freezing, sleet or sunburns. Me neither. Being in the military. The stories can sound exciting and terribly awesome, but I'm telling you from experience that the last things you want in your life are exciting and terribly awesome experiences. A bad day makes a great story. Just think about it like that. Indie game dev. You get full creative freedom, work your own hours, and can make whatever the hell you want. Sounds amazing. Turns out most of my time is spent struggling to make any progress, debugging code 4 hours on end, making art I'm never happy with, gameplay that is never good enough, and looking online to see if anyone else experienced the niche issue I'm trying to fix, and my own hours tend to be all the fucking day. But hey, with all the money I've made, I was able to buy a burger and fries. Thankfully, I'm still in college and have a stipend as part of my tuition, but future me is gonna be fucked lol. Lately, tiny homes. And it really, really bothers me. You spend your entire life as a small gear in a machine with many other small gears, all turning for one reason and one reason only. So a few big gears can get all the wealth. Multiple mansions, private jets, etc. And there's a ton of YouTubers celebrating that they're living in a luxury shed. Personally, these people disgust me. Why I'm designing a new type of 1400s, one-bedroom home for $50K, including the land, and moving out of the States. It will have the option of later becoming 2000s, with an additional $25K.